How's it going, guys? This is Fiery Foxgun here, and welcome back to another episode of Crazy Cooking Vlog. Now, today what we are going to be doing is something a little bit more simple, and it's actually something that's it's actually a personal favorite of my family's, and pretty much everybody that I've actually given it to. And don't get upset when you hear about it. Just give it a try for sure. And it does take a little bit of time to kind of perfect it, but if you kind of follow my general lead, then it should turn out pretty much perfect. But what it is is tuna casserole. Now, as soon as you hear that sound, that word tuna, everybody goes, oh, gross, tuna. No, trust me, it will be good. All right, so let's get into it, and we'll show you how to make it. So, today we have our lovely assistants, which I can't see because the door's wide open so that we can get some actual natural light and get some good light in here. And it's Elizabeth and Anthony. And this is generally what you're going to need. Whoops. What we've got here, this is pretty much everything that you're going to need. So you've got your noodles. We're using elbow noodles or macaroni noodles for everybody else. Any kind of yellow ketchup, yellow mustard is good. The stuff that I use is just basically plain stuff. This is French's, but it's not a sponsor or anything like that. I don't get sponsors. I try to avoid them. Anyway, but we've got, it's just regular yellow mustard, because it gives it a little bit of a tang and kind of dulls down all the different flavors in it and kind of hides the tuna, which is also the other thing that we have is chunked light tuna. And yeah, this stuff is, again, no name. It's not no name, but it's no name. So it's actually a brand. I don't know if it's a branding in the US or anything like that, but it's a brand in Canada. Wow, my camera is taking forever to load, or to focus. It's taking forever to focus on things. Okay, and then we also have relish. Sweet relish is best, but I guess technically you could use whatever relish you want. This stuff is just stuff that my wife picked up. It's Beck's, I think. Beck's? Beck's, yeah. It's pretty good. I don't mind this stuff, so it actually works out pretty well, and it's got a nice sweet flavor, so it kind of counteracts all the rest of the flavors as well. And mayonnaise. Just any old mayonnaise, your favorite or whatever is fine. And a bunch of cheese. So, this is black diamond cheese, but I do believe this is actually not black diamond cheese. So, or is it? Okay, it's all black diamond cheese. Extra old is best, but again, it's all about preference. So if you wanna use anything that's got a little bit more flavor to you, or if you want to try it with Swiss cheese or Havarti or anything like that, that's perfectly fine. But I find that it works the best with the cheddar cheese. So nice extra old cheddar cheese gives it a nice little bite and brings out the flavor a little bit more. So let's get cooking. Okay, so what we've got right now is we pulled out a pot, and we're going to boil these because you need actually pretty much fully cooked noodles before you start. And then, yeah, that door being open is a little annoying. But you also need a cooking pot, or well, this is a casserole dish. Nice, pretty casserole dish. I've had this thing forever. It's never broken. It's done really well. You can tell those are stains in the bottom that kind of get stuck into the actual thing. They don't come off anymore. But anyway, pretty. I got these when I was still living at my parents' house, and so yeah, that kind of tells you how long I've had them for. So basically, what you want to do is you want to take everything and put it all in there. Now I'm going to get Anthony to start grating the cheese. We're going to need a grater and start grating up some cheese.
And also from the
you're done.
Cooking rod is this.
We're going to use, my patented specialty spoon for all the mixing. And we're also going to need to open up the cans of tuna. So you want to hold this? I'm going to get Elizabeth to hold on to the camera. And we are going to, Anthony's going to grab the thing. And I will start opening the cans of tuna. Okay, so,
look at that.
yeah. The problem with this kind of tuna has, I guess you can get tons of different kinds of tuna, but I like this stuff the best. But it's got sauce inside, so you got to get rid of the sauce. Did you see the sauce?
Yes, I did.
Okay. The sauce is gross, but it also helps keep the tuna better. So we're gonna get rid of all the sauce. All you gotta do is just take it and squeeze it all out of the can. You take the lid and you push the lid into the tuna. It squeezes all the tuna out, or all the tuna juice out. And that's the way we do that. And then we plop that right into the pot.
Oh, it looks already so good. I don't like tuna, but this tastes so good.
This is always delicious.
Always.
I think it also has a little bit to do with the type of tuna that you buy. So if you buy tuna that you don't like already, or your parents buy the tuna that you don't like already, then it may not work as well. This stuff is actually not too bad. It's got a nice flavor, and actually you can just eat it.
Like that.
Shut up. My cat loves it too.
Why don't you give it to her?
I'm actually quite surprised that she's not over here yet. But
because when she smells the smell of tuna, she goes running.
Yeah, she goes nuts for tuna. But we're gonna open up both of those.
She craves for tuna.
Doing the cheese? It should be in there. Same place as always. All right, and again, it's got the sauce.
Yep.
We're gonna get rid of the sauce. I've got it all over my hands, so now I smell like a fishery. That's
and when you pet Midnight, she's gonna lick your fingers. She's gonna start licking your fingers. No fingers.
This is a good meal for like pretty much any time. It doesn't have to be like dinner or whatnot. It's got pretty much everything that you need in it. So it's more or less an all-around meal as well. Come over here soon. Oh, yep, there she is.
Oh, God.
There she is.
Who?
Hi, Creepy.
Hey, Creepy.
Look.
What you doing?
Yep.
What you doing?
Yeah, you want this, don't you? Here. Bear. Out of my kitchen.
Out of the kitchen. What you doing? What you doing? What are you doing now? What are you doing now? Get out. Washing your eating.
Yeah, if you have it, what? If you have pets, tuna is actually pretty good for them.
Yes.
So you can't really go wrong with giving a cat a little bit of tuna. As long as you're not giving her like a whole can.
Yes.
That'll make her fat.
Very, very fat.
But she
And
likes
the
to
vets
lick up
apparently
the last
don't
little
like
bits.
that.
Vets don't like that. No. Don't make your cat fat. It's stupid. Okay. So we've got the tuna in the pot in the can. That's 2 cans of tuna. And I'm gonna have to warn you that I don't have any actual measurements for this, so it's all kind of guesstimation. It's pretty much I do the whole recipe by smell. So if it starts smelling really good, then you know you got the right amount of ingredients in. But I'm probably going to if you watch the video, you should be able to kind of gauge exactly how much I put in. So with the mustard, and it really doesn't matter how you put these things in. And so Elizabeth's going to grate the cheese now because Anthony is playing with the animals. But yeah, so we've got a brand new container of mustard.
And our kitchen's clean.
Yes, and we cleaned our kitchen just before we did all this. So what is going on here? Oh yeah, we need to shake it up. Always shake up a new can. Put your finger on the top just to make sure. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. And then you put about this much mustard. About that much. So that's about 2 big squirts. So I would say maybe about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half ish. And same thing with the relish. You want to put in about half as much relish as you put in mayonnaise. So if you put in 1 tablespoon of relish, you put in 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. And I think that's basically what my general thing is. So, but again, I don't use actual measuring spoons. I use regular spoons, big tablespoon, right? So, actually, I'm going to get Anthony to do this because I'm doing the camera and I can't do this with one hand. So I need 2 big heaping tablespoons of this stuff in there. And that's 1. What? Cheese is starting to look grated. No, big heaping. That's perfect. Don't try and knock it off. And our water seems to be boiling for our noodles. Just make sure that those aren't getting stuck to the ground, to the bottom. They getting stuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing multitasking.
Well, this is why I'm supposed to have helpers. Okay, so the noodles are starting to do really well. They're already starting to kind of look a little bit like they're almost done. We want to get them pretty much as done as bloody as possible. Okay, I think we're probably going to need 1 more of those. That doesn't quite look enough yet. So 3 of those. You've got tuna in there. Take the tuna with you. What are you doing? You've got tuna in there. We want the tuna in there, not in the container. Ugh. Yeah, that looks a lot better. So 3 heaping tablespoons is probably about enough. And then we're going to need about 1 heaping tablespoon or 1.5 or approximately 4 teaspoons, 4 to 5 teaspoons of relish. And since, okay, so do the relish. Don't be silly with it, please. That's 1. Actually, we might not need that many. That looks about right. Let's leave it at that for now. So 2 teaspoons. I guess it was pretty much. Yeah. It'd be actually no. It would be about 3, wasn't it? Because I said 2 teaspoons is about the equivalent of 1 tablespoon. Okay. So 2 heaping teaspoons should be good enough for about 3 of those. 3 of the mayonnaise. And now we need the cheese. Cheese! Where's the cheese?
Cheese over here.
Cheese! Okay.
Just dump it.
Just start dumping some in until it looks good. If you like more cheese, you can add more cheese. If you don't like as much cheese, okay, that's good. Wow, that's plenty. Okay, and then what you do, okay, and what you want to do is you want to just mush it all up, mash it all together, and make it actually look like one thing. Now, you have to remember that this just kind of looks a little gross because, well, first off, it's tuna. And all the different flavors that we just put in there just adds a nice texture to everything. But, basically,
it looks nasty, but it tastes good.
Yeah, this is just the flavor, or the flavoring for the noodles, basically. So, it's not going to look great until we put the noodles in. But that is looking perfect. And it smells delicious. That smells almost 100% exactly what we need. What? Are the noodles done? Did you taste one? So the noodles look like they're pretty much done. The easiest way to do to test a noodle is to get like 1 or 2 on there and then put it off to the side so that it can cool. Put it off to the side so she's not eating it. See? Because you can technically burn yourself on this stuff. It's got boiling hot water in it. And then you let it sit just like that until it cools down, and then give it a shot.
Yeah,
It's done? Okay. So, we've got the noodles look done. we've got the burner. We're going to turn off the burner. And then we're going to dump the rest of the water out of those with a strainer. Grab the strainer. While she's doing that, this is starting to look really, really good. We could start probably putting everything away. How much cheese do we have left? Lots?
Not very much.
Okay, we've got tons of cheese left. That's perfect because we need to put, what we're going to do with the leftover cheese out of that container is put it on the top after we put in the noodles and everything like that, and everything's all set. You put it all over the top and then you bake it in the oven. So, oven, right! It's one of those things that I always forget. Cook, bake. I think it's 375 that I normally cook this on. So we'll preheat the oven to 375. Pans! The pans! Always with the pans! I always forget the pans. Okay, pans! Get away, pans! Okay, so we got this preheating. That's still hot. Remember, lights on. Things are hot. Hot, not good. Okay, so pour as much of that in there until it basically fills.
Get the relish away.
Yeah, how about, Anthony, you start putting everything away. Make sure everything's all cleaned up so we're not getting tons of stuff in the way. Okay, and Elizabeth's going to put the noodles in there. Oh, the noodles actually look almost a little bit overcooked. That also could be because... Oh, that's fine. Yeah, if you're going to be doing this, make sure that you've got... well, no, not a lot of people, but at least you're paying attention to everything because there is a lot of different things. What we probably should have done was actually get the noodles ready first before. Okay, I think that's good. I think that's good. I just guessed on the noodles. Depending on the size of your pan and how much you're using, you want to make more noodles, right? Here. No, here. Put that down. Get it off the table. Okay, we're going to put it over here. Just put it over there where everything else goes that we're not using right now. I'm going to put that over there as well. Alright.
Oh, that's looking good.
So this is starting to look way better now. I think we might have a little bit too many noodles, but I can never tell until the whole thing is completely...
Oh well, it's starting to look like a casserole.
Got a little bit of mayonnaise on the side there.
60 minutes. Whoa.
And, yeah, this is actually probably going to be a little bit of a shorter video because it's really, really simple to make.
Really
and
nice.
it's really delicious. So, alrighty, there we go. Now that's starting to look like a real casserole. That's starting to look like a real casserole right there. Alrighty.
It smells good as well.
Yep. And then you basically,
We have
once
like
everything
3
is all sorted
servings
out,
of this.
yeah. These guys can't get enough of this stuff. The first time that they ever saw this, or they ever heard of it, they freaked out and told me that no, I wasn't making it. And then I made it anyways. And then they freaked out until they actually had the first bite. And then they're like, oh my god! And they ate the whole bloody thing on me. I got 1 serving. And they ate all the rest. 2 of them. Alright. So that's
Pretty
all
sure
done.
I had like 5 helpings of it.
I gotta stop licking my fingers. This stuff is so good. And then what we do with the rest of the cheese is sprinkle it all over the top. Sprinkle it all over the top.
Should make more.
What? Should make more of this?
No, like make more of the cheese.
No. Look, the cheese is plenty. See? Got enough cheese.
And then we have to go get the lid.
Do we have a lid for this one?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do. Okay. And then...
Because you use it all the time.
So what you can do... I have a lid for this. Oh, yeah. Stay over there. Just turn. Okay, so what I have a lid for this one. It's an actual lid for this container. And it just sits right on top. And it gives just enough air escape and everything like that to,
Looks like it
to
doesn't
properly
fit.
cook it all. Yeah, I know. That's because it's actually designed for both the other ones. This actually fits out that perfectly. That's exactly how it's supposed to sit. It's not supposed to actually suction cup. But the other thing that you can do is Yes, I know. You're looking for more. Can you get out of my kitchen, please? Out of the kitchen. Go. The other thing that you can do is just use regular old aluminum foil if you don't have a lid for your container. But this is all ready to go. And all we gotta wait now is for the stove to heat up. That's it. So we'll be back when everything is all cooked and ready to go. Okay, we're back. So we've had the casserole in the oven for probably about a half an hour, and then I let it sit on the table for about 10-15 minutes just to let the cheese set and to cool off a little bit. And yeah, we're pretty much all ready to go for the taste test. And this is what it looks like. See, it's nice and cool now. Well, it's still warm, but it's good enough that I can touch it. And that's what it looks like. All nice and cheesy on the top. The cheese is kind of melted a little bit into little cracks and crevices. Ooh, it's yummy. And the smell that's coming off of it is absolutely phenomenal. So, let's see if we can... That's still a little warm. But... Oh no, that's really hot. Okay. So, we're going to... Actually, I'm going to get Elizabeth to bring it over to the table. I'm going to grab a hot plate, so that our table doesn't... So she's going to use mitts, because that's the safe way of doing things. And there we go. So, we're going to cut into that and show you what it actually looks like. So, I'm going to get a small little piece here. For what? And there you go. That's what it looks like. Right there. It's great. It smells delicious too. So we'll get a couple more bites for everybody else so we can taste it. Make sure that it came out properly. Now again, this is kind of all up to taste. All up to your own preference as to how you like it. And yeah, adding in the ingredients is a little bit more of a tasting thing, as opposed to an exact science. But like I said, if you follow my directions a little, or as well as you can, it should come out pretty much perfect every time. So that's what it looks like on the plate, and we're gonna give it a try. Look at that. Oh yeah. Nice and delicious. Oh, that kind of goes perfectly. That is perfect. 100%. You can barely taste the tuna. Like, it's still right there. And again, very good for you. It's got the cheese all inside of it. Depending on the type of mayonnaise that you want to put in there, it's gonna change the consistency, the creaminess, that kind of stuff. But yeah. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Hope you like that, and I hope you try it out. Definitely try it out, should I say? Because yeah, it's gonna be perfect. It's gonna taste so good, and you guys are gonna love it. But thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button if you like this kind of stuff. So we'll keep doing it all every week, and we put out videos every week on Sunday at 4 o'clock. So don't worry about that. We will that schedule should be pretty much perfect. And don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already. And don't forget to leave me a comment down below, letting me know any other kind of stuff that you want to see us cook, or if you have something that you want to know how to cook, let me know, and we'll probably put it into another video. But until that video, take her easy. That's just stupid. That's a bad question. But here, let's do live forever. 81%. Everybody wants to live forever. Apparently. I don't understand that concept. But, see, because I don't want to live till I'm like 90.